Welcome back, America. New sheriff in town, Donald Trump and the Republicans in charge, but some of the old tactics of fear-mongering still alive and well, particularly in the health space today, particularly as it relates to RFK Jr. and some of the things he's doing. I thought we'd turn to one of our great partners here at Real America's Voice and Just the News, the Wellness Company, and its Chief Scientific Officer, our good friend, Dr. Peter McCullough. Doctor, welcome back. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
All right, let me start with some news that went on today. We talked about it earlier in the show. Brooke Rollins unveiling a plan to bring down egg prices. Some of that is to maybe stop some of the culling of chicken crops that you've been talking about for a long time. I'd like to get your reaction, the good, the bad, and the ugly, about what she did today.
Well, she clearly was forthright and organized with these prongs, so the problem is going to actually be tackled, and we didn't see that in the prior administration at all. We'd like to hear from the large egg producers, Cal-Maine, Jenny O, Herbrux, and others. How many birds are actually dying because of bird flu, and how many healthy birds are dying because of this biosecurity measure called culling, or intentionally killing the chickens? Rollins did get it right, that the mallard ducks are spreading the infection from farm to farm. So it doesn't matter how many birds they kill, the virus is going to come back because it's being spread by mallard ducks. So what we really want to hear is that the culling will stop. There'll be an allowance for natural immunity. Sick birds will be pulled out and destroyed, as they always are, and that we take reasonable measures to protect the workers from bird flu. So far, it's a mild illness.
Yeah.
Something else that Secretary Rollins indicated today was that the predominant concern with bird flu is among commercial facilities, not necessarily if you've got a hobby farm or backyard chickens or something like that. Does that check out for you as far as the virility of it?
It's true. Now, it brings up this issue of perverse incentives. She didn't mention this, but if the big companies are paid to kill the healthy chickens, and then they bring eggs to market at a higher price, the big companies benefit from the higher prices. They actually get greater profits. So the big companies are not voicing any concern regarding this policy, this biosecurity policy, because it's economically favorable to the big guys.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, a double incentive. Earlier this week, some lawmakers announced a legislation to remove the liability protections that are sometimes granted to vaccine makers. Obviously, this is an idea that a lot of people coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic and all the things we've learned about the vaccine after the fact, thanks to your great work, have been talking about. How important is this legislation? Does it have a chance with Big Pharma lobbying Congress to get through?
I think it would be a constructive step in the right direction, that and then eliminating any school requirements or mandates for childhood vaccines. Let it become completely elective. Let the markets play out and let the companies bring better products to market and make a compelling case that our children should take them.
Yeah.
Sir, the message from the left seems to be the characterization that people are anti-vax. If they are even asking questions about why the vaccine schedule has exploded so much, it seems to me that there is actually, though, a pretty sizable group of Americans moving back into the space where we say, okay, on day one of a baby's life, we're not going to give them the vitamin K shot or the eye drops, especially if the mother's not infected. But down the road, things like MMR, which we were talking a moment ago about the measles outbreak in Texas, those things are still safe. Does it seem to you that that is the direction that we are going with respect to vaccines and what the left calls, vaccine skeptics?
The great concern is actually what's called compound safety. So it's giving multiple vaccines all at once. And does the immune system react? Is the inflammation too great in some children? Does it trigger sudden infant death syndrome or result in a case of neuropsychiatric damage to the child after a febrile seizure? So compound safety is a top concern. And I think the second concept is risk stratification. Not all children need all the vaccines. And I think once we get to who needs what, we'll be giving out fewer vaccines, and it'll be safer because they can be given individually and at the right times.
One of the things that you helped us get back to, Dr. McCullough, was the realization that the doctor-patient relationship needed to be restored, that one size does not fit all, and that Americans should have more choices and the ability to prepare for things ahead of time, not waiting for the CDC to decide when you can get treatment. You've done a lot at the Wellness Company to get that marketplace created, to create those choices. Those emergency medical kits you created. Remind everybody what's available today and how you can take health into your own hands, legally, lawfully, and common sense-wise.
Well, boy, this comes up for bird flu. I think all of the poultry and farm workers should have the black contagion kit on hand, or the big companies should have a stockpile of these ready to distribute by their medical directors. Every worker should be using a dilute iodine nasal spray like Immune Mist, featured by the Wellness Company, twice a day, so they do not, carry the H5N1 virus in their nose, mouth, or you can even use iodine drops in the eyes to keep our workers safe. So we need to focus on worker safety and protection. Wellness Company is the only company that has this type of program available to protect our workers.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking. There's no doubt about it.
Before we let you go, because I know that there are probably a lot of parents in particular who want to get something like this because they want to have that layer of protection. It comes with all the instructions, all of the indications, everything, right?
Yeah, they come with guidebooks and access to telemedicine. Most mothers, fathers are able to navigate through this pretty easily. If you need to, have a conversation with a doctor, it's all included. The big kit is called the field kit. So a lot of families want to have the big base kit. It has everything possible there to handle emergencies, urgencies at home, and avoid the expensive urgent care emergency room.
I've got one addition I'd like to make to it. I think everybody should get a copy of the McCullough Protocol, because you had COVID-19 right from the beginning. Here at Just the News, we're going to get that up. I'm going to put it out on social media so everybody keeps that in their back pocket. Next time they won't get misled. Dr. McCullough, all you've done to get common sense back in medicine, it is greatly appreciated. We love this partnership, and you've done something special for our audience. Folks, if you go to twc.health/justnews. Let me do it again, twc.health/justnews. You can get an incredible discount on these kits, 10% just by using the promo code JustNews. Go do that. Be prepared. Don't wait for a medical emergency to hit. You'll have it in your cabinet ready to go.